A very good afternoon from Kingsway Reserve, the home of Olympic Kingsway. Just coming up shortly will be the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup final for the junior tournament, and that will see Sudan taking on Morocco. That is not too far away. The players just coming in from their warm-up at the moment. But before we get things underway, we're just going to have some messages from our sponsors.
Which loan one language kajwit kaya police call togoben elo kukwat call togoben in a leng kia war kuyen elon one be nang kajwaj tanin kuyen ele be nang kajwit kache ko je ke kwan akunum dun yi na which loan one language kajwaj marot akunum police Western Australia yi pol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
And welcome back to Kingsway Reserve, the kick-off of the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup Juniors Tournament, not too far away. And as I mentioned, it will see Sudan taking on Morocco. Both these teams played 3 games. Morocco were unbeaten in their 3 games, and they managed to keep 2 clean sheets as they progressed through to the final. We turn our attention to Sudan, and they played 3, won 2, lost 1. Their only loss coming to Morocco, and in that game they were in fact 2-0 up at half time. So that should make today just have a little bit more spice to the match, and hopefully it should be an absolute thriller. If we turn our attention to the team lineups, and first of all the lineup for Sudan, well, there's been plenty of players there that have had a good tournament so far, but players that I think you should look out for are certainly looking at Hanani Ndebele and Johannes Toto, are 2 shining lights. But it's going to be a really tough game for them today to just, well, they've got to keep the ascendancy, not just have it momentarily. Turning our attention to Morocco, and well, they're a team made up predominantly of Subiaco United's under-18s, 9 players coming from that club and 2 players with African connections. Jonah Froman wearing number 12, and also Zach Benabid, who has some Algerian in his family. As I say, Morocco unbeaten. They've scored 7 goals, conceded just 2. But if we look at Sudan, well, they had a massive win over Tanzania. So their goals for went up to 17 because they won that game 12-0. And they've only conceded 4 in the tournament so far. So they need to just make sure that they can tighten up their defence if possible, and then they should be okay. But we're just waiting for the teams to appear, and then we can get proceedings underway. The game played a little bit earlier. We saw the Masters taking centre stage, and that was a thrilling game. 3-1 up at half-time were Congo, and they ended up drawing 4-4 And in the end, it was a victory in a penalty shootout by 5 goals to 4 for Congo. And you'd have to say that Zimbabwe really gave them a scare, made a fantastic game of it. And, well, just a little bit unlucky. They certainly were the dominant side in the second half and really took the game to their opponents, but just could not win in the shootout. And it was a great save from a replacement goalkeeper, actually, in the shootout. Kwame Sherman stepping in between the posts and making a save in the 4th shot, and that was the 5th shot from Zimbabwe, and that set up the victory for his team. And as I say, we are just waiting for the players to emerge. I'm not sure that they are coming just yet. It's meant to be a kick-off in about 4 or 5 minutes, and the gate's just being closed, so hopefully we will see the players emerging very shortly. We will then have the national anthems, and then proceedings can get underway. I should tell you that this final will be 35 minutes each way, and if we're tied at full time, we go straight into a penalty shootout. There will be no extra time. However, in the men's final, which is coming up after that, it will be 45 minutes each way, extra time if level at full time, and then it will be a shootout if it's still level after 30 minutes of extra time. And that final will see South Sudan looking to reclaim their title, taking on Liberia. Should be an absolute cracker, and we hope that you enjoy that one when you join us as well. Now the gates have been closed, waiting for the officials and the teams to emerge from the tunnel. And I'm sure they won't be too far away, as some of the Panzer photographers are getting in position, ready to get pictures of them coming out onto the pitch, and the substitutes coming through now. So it should be a cracker of a final. Morocco, of course, their national team called the Atlas Lions, whereas Sudan are, of course, the Falcons of Jedayun, which of course is the secretary bird, if you know your ornithology. And a silence as the players make their way out. So certainly the players will line up. We have Morocco in the familiar green, Sudan in the red. And we will pause shortly for the national anthems. Just taking his time coming out is Yusuf Tutu. So we're just waiting now for the announcements to finish. Just looking at the goalkeeper for Sudan. He's got a number that's not on the team sheet, just to confuse matters. But we will now have the national anthems. And the first one is Morocco. And now we will have the national anthem of Sudan. The formalities over. Now we will just have the team photographs for both teams, and then we can get things underway. Final handshake from both teams, and good to see so many young officials out there as well. Good experience for them to be refereeing in a game of such importance to all of these players. And I'm sure, yeah, I thought we would see the Moroccan goalkeeper would have to change his shirt, because can't obviously wear a red shirt when the opposition are wearing reds. Now that is Sam Assumption, currently studying at Curtin University. So he's just going to wear a bib now. And the two captains posing with the officials. That's Emmanuel Wani, is the captain of Morocco. Oh, sorry, of, Morocco. No, I've got it round the wrong way, my apologies. So they've switched around, so it is the captain of Sudan. Wearing the number 9 is Naim Murad. And the captain of Morocco is the number 11, and that is Lachlan Hanna. And just being given the armband is Naim Murad. Naim Murad won the Latin America Perth Soccer Cup earlier this year, and he'll be hoping to make it a double, I'm sure, if they can lift the trophy today. Sudan, of course, football so important, and the senior team just missing out, losing in the semi-final, and they will, though, claim the bronze medal, as Zimbabwe have had to forfeit today, so there will be no bronze medal match being played, which is a great shame. I'm sure Sudan would have rather won it than have won it on a forfeit. So our final huddle over to the left-hand side from the Moroccan team. And now we look as if we're going to get things underway. And we will see Sudan to get us underway in the all-red strip. Referee just checking his watch and consulting with his two officials. One last check of the watch, the whistle goes, and we are underway. Straight away, it's a long ball played from the defence all the way through, going through to Assumption in goal. And that's gone out of play, so just took a deflection off the Sudan player. In the midfield, battling hard for the ball there. Good work being done by Mark Bowersax. Sudan get it back under control. Clearance is not a good one, but it's going to fall kindly for Gasper Zuljevic. Zuljevic again. Happy to go back to the defensive line. And Morocco now looking to run it out of defence. Short passing game, good triangular passing. Clipped forward, good run now coming from Brock Bindle, but it's just gone out of play. Good idea and good build-up coming from Morocco. Henari Tutu with the throw down the line. Headed infield that time by Froman. Ball going a lot in the air and a clear obstruction that time not paid. Sudan held up there. It's a good tackle coming in on Luke Hewings. Sudan though keep the ball, recycling it well. Looking to switch possession to the left-hand side and played forward. The wind just picking up a little bit. Strong header coming forward that time from Tahir Surya. And that's where Morocco are just going to have to watch that wind, because it's going to hold the ball up when they play it forward, and it's also going to make it carry when Sudan play a long ball forward. Happy again to pass the ball around the back and back to Sam Assumption in goal. And Morocco again playing the triangular ball up the sideline. Good work by them. Froman goes infield again, looks to continue his run, gets the return pass, cutting infield. Froman body check there and was almost obstructed. He's got the ball back though, tries to play the square pass. Sudan though eventually clear, but only so far. Back to Gianluca. Luca's pass though has put his defence under pressure now. Goes back to Assumption. Good chase being done by the captain Naim Murad for Sudan. Murad wins the ball back, but again a good foot coming in from Morocco. Prevents the pass finding its mark. Nodded forward again. Murad hits a shot long range. Easy though for the goalkeeper. Just palms it down. Gets it under control. And again, there's quite a little bit of physicality coming from Hanari Tutu. And you feel the referee's just going to have to keep an eye on that one. Shoulder to shoulder's okay, but Tutu just giving a little shove. And he ran across the line earlier of Jonah Froman. Comes infield again. Bowersax. Bowersax, who was sent off in this game in the round robin. So he'll be wanting to stay out there for 90 minutes. And there's a little bit of delay or confusion at the back. Assumption's outside his penalty area, just plays it over the sideline. Obviously, as a keeper, need to be clear when you want the ball. Appealing for a corner, but a goal kick given. Sudan will be a little bit disappointed about that. Gives me a chance to just acknowledge some of our sponsors. Lifespan Consultants, a 3-generation family business for life insurance and financial planning. Just take their number down. It's 6323-8691. That's 6323-8691. And they're in Wembley. And with strong African connections, they would be happy to help anyone from Africa. And of course, Healthway make smoking history. Another proud sponsor of the Perth African Nations Cup. And again, we get a push in the back from Hanari Tutu, and this time it is paid. Referee's assistant making it very clear that there was a foul. In fact, it's gone the other way, I think. I'm surprised at that. Possession coughed up again cheaply. Zuljevic. And that's a good ball through the middle, but unfortunately Bindle won't get on the end of that. Just had a little bit too much pace running through, but it was not a bad idea. In fact, I was saying Bindle, it was actually Faithurst. Those two swapping shirts. Initially it was, we were given Brindle was going to be wearing 17, but it's now Faithurst that is wearing 17, so my apologies. And the Sudanese drumming starts up to try and give their team a little bit of rhythm. And no doubt it will continue as the afternoon goes on. So 6 minutes past, no chances as yet from either side. Lovely little shimmy there. And sells another dummy. Shot comes in just wide. Well, that was outstanding skill from Hanani Ndebele. That was really beautiful to watch. Ndebele, who's been with ECU Joondalups under 18s. And that was great skill by him. Hanari Tutu again, giving a little bit of a bump, not given. And Louis Faithurst is a little bit disappointed. He's not getting any change at the moment out of the officials. It's going to be intercepted well by Yosef Toto. Toto plays it earlier, and unfortunately that time Ndebele just got the ball stuck under his foot. And Morocco able to clear it. So Sudan looking to go forward, not much movement, making it hard for the man throwing the ball in. Played towards the top of the penalty area, but It's gone out of play already, so it'll be a Morocco throw on the far side. Good throw infield this time, managing to pick out Lachlan Hanna. Comes wide again to Froman. Froman, good pass into the midfield. And again, a great diagonal pass that time. And appeals for a penalty. Not given, as hitting the turf was Zach Benabid. Benabid, who scored 3 goals in the tournament so far in 3 games. So certainly a live wire for Morocco. Good run down the line this time, and that's coming from Gianluca. Luca by the corner flag, trying to turn. Sudan just get a boot. Over the side it goes. Another throw in to Morocco. Well, this game a very different pace, certainly the start, to the one we had in the Masters, where you would have expected the Masters to be a bit slower, but it was pretty good pace throughout. That's a very strong tackle. Clearance up the middle. And a strong touch coming in the end from Murad. Murad looking to take on the defence now, cuts infield, slips the ball away, but a defender just getting a touch on that. That was Froman. And Morocco again trying to keep the ball under possession. Faithurst did well, but then got in a little bit of a mix-up with Froman. Faithurst, though, comes up with the ball for Morocco and plays an intelligent pass that time to Joe Thompson. Thompson, who should be well at home here, played for Olympic Kingsway under 18s in season 2021. So approaching the 10-minute mark of the first half, and you'd have to say neither team at the moment has really grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and taken control of it. They've each had their moments. And Sudan again looking to switch the ball wide. It comes to Alex Musa. Froman got there ahead of him. Good work from Yazaralou. Yazaralou, though, has been penalised, I think. So it's going to be a Morocco free kick. I thought he got there first, actually. Morocco again looking to try and spread the ball wide, I think. It's played short though. Pulling out from that wide position initially. Good pass forward, great tackle coming in. Really strong tackle from Yusuf Toto. It's going to be another throw in. Reece Kapoor making his way over to the sideline. Throws it down the line. It's a Lachlan Hanna. Kapoor crosses. Had to be cleared. Good clearance too that time from Surya. Morocco, though, still with the ball. Turning, trying to drill that forward. But it was blocked, was Gianluca. It's now all the way back with the defence for Morocco and goes all the way through to their goalkeeper. Played up the middle again. That's a really clear push in the back from Trey Potts. He got away with it. Play on was the call from the referee. And that's good skills as well, being shown that time by Zach Benabid. Benabid should collect this. Does indeed. You can see, I think he just got caught in two minds. He saw the player wide, which was Gianluca, but he just mishit the pass. That's a good run forward now, but they're never going to keep that one in play, despite the attempts from Hanani and Debele. So now just taking their time, Morocco, to take the throw. Reece Kapoor just slowing things down. And then just jogging back to the mark to get on with play. Down the line it goes. Sudan nod it forward. Hewings tries a shot. Assumption grabbed that one well. It's not a bad effort by Luke Hewings. Hewings, who originally hails from Cardiff in the UK. Strong tackle, and it's going to be, though, a Morocco ball. I think he's given a free kick. So Froman goes back quickly. In turn, it goes to Bindle into the centre of defence, Joe Thompson. Short pass to Bowersax. Bowersax turning away. In turn goes to Zuljevic. And that's a great ball over the top now for Faithurst. Faithurst looking to lay it back. Shot on the turn. And it's an easy save in the end, but it was a good idea, but just lacked the venom needed from Lachlan Hanna. And that's probably, well, it's the first shot against Sudan and the first shot that their goalkeepers had to save. That's Kian Nuruz. Nuruz, who played for Bayswater under-15s in 2020, so still a very young player. And again, just a little bit of physicality there, going in hard on Bowersax. Hanari Tutu down the line. Good win in the air by Froman. Nodded infield by Faithurst. It's a good run, but it just played, unfortunately, for Morocco behind Lachlan Hanna's run, and it needed to be in front. Nuruz, that's a pretty hefty kick, but unfortunately, it's a long way ahead of Endabele and goes harmlessly out of play. Once again, just like to acknowledge Geodrill, one of our sponsors, building relationships between Ghana and Australia, leading exploration drilling company based in Ghana and employing and training Ghanaians. And they've been sponsoring us with the broadcast of the Perth African Nations Cup for 3 years now, and we'd like to thank them for their support. And of course, WA Police, who are looking for people with different backgrounds and cultures to reflect our Western Australian community. If you want a job with more, visit letsjoinforces.wa.gov.au. That's letsjoinforces.wa.gov.au. And that's going to run harmlessly out of play. So coming up to the 15-minute mark, two reasonable shots, one each, but no goals as yet. Naeem Morad dispossessed, double teamed in fact by Morocco. Leaves the ball now for Hanari Tutu. Winds up the throw. Did the foot come up? Yes, it did, says the referee. So that will be a Morocco throw. Well, the game between these two, as I said, it was 2-0 at half-time in favour of Sudan in the group stage. And then it was Morocco came storming back in the second half. At the moment, both seem a little tentative because it is the final. That's a good pass forward again. Good defence, though, by Morocco, forcing wide. Eventually breaking for Luke Hewings. Just in front of the drummers will be the throw. And that was a real bullet of a throw. And Gianluca unable to get that one under control. Gianluca Peano, another one of the Subiaco players. Tutu again, throws long into the penalty area, it goes bobbling. Defence comes across and cleared it, that was Kapoor. And he needed to make that one because it was bouncing dangerously. The keeper rooted on his line. And the corner taken really quickly by Sudan. Great awareness coming from Louis Faithurst. But the ball's still going to get in there, rising for the header. And just going wide, it'll be a goal kick. And Sudan do have the real strength in the air when the ball is played in to the penalty area. Long ball forward, Faithurst chasing it, coming across, and will get there with ease. Is Trey Potts. He's played it infield and played his team into a lot of trouble. Laid back, top of the penalty area, shot, squeezed wide. And that was unfortunate. Mark Bowersack's making a really good run and good awareness to find him at the top of the penalty area by Lachlan Hanna. But the shot never made the connection, and in the end, Nuruz able to make an easy save. And Kapoor plays it over the side again. Clearly, Nuruz is aiming with all of his clearances to find Hanani Ndebele. But at the moment, just the direction not quite there, and I think some of that might be to do with the wind, because the wind is behind Nuruz's goal, and it is probably adding a few meters. Free kick given. Hewings takes it quickly. Went on the overlap, cutting infield. Sudan advancing towards goal. Can he get the left foot shot away? Forced all the way wide. And it's going to be a Morocco throw. And Sudan looking perplexed at that one and saying, well, I never touched it. It's too late now. It's history. Faithurst hits the turf. Ball goes through, back to the keeper again. And a very important header made that time by Joe Thompson, otherwise it was going to drop nicely for Ndebele. And the throwing going Sudan's way this time. We're past the halfway stage of the first half. Still no goals as yet in this Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup final for the junior division. As I said, Sudan versus Morocco. Morocco in the green, Sudan in the red. Surprisingly, both teams wearing red socks. Nodded forward and clearly impeded as he was trying to get forward that time. But again, not blown. It was Gianluca trying to make the run and run onto the ball. He just knocked ahead of himself. Thompson now carrying it towards halfway. Short pass from him. Finds Kapoor. Kapoor, that's a good ball into the penalty area. It's going to drop kindly again. It's Hanna working hard to get on the end of it. Good strong defence, shoulder to shoulder. And eventually over the side it goes. It's going to be Morocco's ball. But good defence coming from Hanari Tutu that time. And it was great to see Faithurst. I think I said that it was Hanna and it was Faithurst actually doing the good work. Throw goes back this time into the defensive line once more. Brock Bindle goes back to his keeper, pulls square. And that's easily cut out, but not a well-directed pass, unfortunately, from Tutu. Sees possession back with Morocco. It's going to be stolen this time by Wilson Cody. And Wilson Cody gets the decision for the throw. Sudan again, throw the ball back to launch the ball forward. Nobody running in that channel, and it'll just bounce harmlessly through to the goalkeeper. Fair to say, Morocco looking to play their way forward. Sudan tending to go more for the more direct route. Again, taken quickly, the free kick by Zuljevic. Now it will be a Sudan free kick and kicked away, and that's a foolish, foolish yellow card. Hewings just having to double back. Plays the ball to the back post. Ndebele tries to keep it in play, but it's gone out for a goal kick. So the yellow card going to Gasper Zuljevic. And you just wonder how costly that will be. Again, a foul conceded on halfway. Morocco with the free kick, and this time it's Sudan not retreating. Yazalou just standing over the ball. He needs to be careful because he was already spoken to by the referee once. Louis Faithurst now. Hanari Tutu, what a battle this is proving to be. And unfortunately, Faithurst can't keep that one in play. Faithurst, who shares his name with a teenage mixed martial arts star in the UK, who I have to say is a lot shorter than him. So, Nuruz. Nuruz kicks to halfway. Gathered in the end by Zuljevic. Plays it square, and he was lucky because he very nearly wrong-footed his teammate, Faithurst. Well, again, a rather clumsy challenge, it's best to say, coming in from Hanari Tutu. Tutu needs to just leave the ball. Jonah Froman. Over the ball is Zuljevic. Zuljevic curling it with the wind. It's allowed to run all the way. Clipped to the top of the penalty area, cleared in the end with a good clearance by Yusuf Tutu. Coming back, good defensive work from Bowersax. Bowersax goes back to his goalkeeper. Dangerous ball. This was deflected off Hewings. It didn't bounce kindly that time for Alex Musa, and Morocco recover. But there was real danger there. Bowersax did well to get back, but the pass to the keeper was a very risky one. Hanari Tutu throws it in off the knee. It goes of Zuljevic. So it will be a Sudan throw near the corner flag. I'm sure Hanari Tutu will look to launch it into the penalty area. Does indeed, easy header to clear it. Faithurst now will collect from Morocco. Looks to advance, being chased all the way. Cuts infield, managed to Yazar Alou, he shook him off. Infield it goes, poor clearance and pounced on immediately. Good work by Gianluca. Good recovery though by Sudan. Wilson Cody picking up the ball for them, and now tries to launch an attack, but it goes off the foot, not at the angle he was hoping for, and goes harmlessly over the side. So just over 10 minutes away from half-time. Still 0-0 here. And we've not had too many breaks, to be honest. It's been constant action. As I have to say, a fly's just flown into my mouth and down my throat. Obviously, it had had enough of the action here today. Hewings now, juggling the ball on the far side, eventually puts it on the ground. Two players trying to stop him getting forward. Morocco take it away. Good strength on the ball. Short pass and played again on the angle. Hanari Tutu again, body to body. Good work again by Faithurst. Faithurst though showing too much of the ball, and Yazar Alou gets the free kick. And Faithurst looking accusingly at Jonah Froman. Froman made the run ahead, but it was always going to be a hard pass for Faithurst to make when he was facing his own goal. Good ball clipped in and cleared over the sideline again. Running forward to take the throw is Hanari Tutu. Hanari Tutu, 19 years of age, Dianella Secondary College pupil. Pass comes forward now, Lachlan Hanna holds it up on halfway. Froman. Bowersax. Short pass again to Froman. Oh, that's a wild swing from Alex Musa. And good to see. No ill feelings. Musa, I think, just ill-timed rather than ill-tempered. Froman takes it quickly, and Sudan were caught napping. Faithurst in acres of space. He's just got to find a teammate, but he doesn't manage to do so, and it's a good block right on the front of the penalty area. And I'm assuming that was Johannes Toto, as he was originally wearing number 6. Oh no, it's Yusuf Toto wearing 6. Last minute changes to some of the shirt numbers, making it a little bit confusing, but it is a corner to Morocco. So just about 8 minutes away from half-time. This would be a great time to score. Referee has stopped his watch. Just saw him telling one of the players that he had done so. So it'll be Reece Kapoor to whip this one in with his left foot. Curling towards the goal. Nauru's great punch by him. Falls to the top of the penalty area. Good work by Hannah. Hannah's still going edge of the circle. Bowersax now scuffs it into the penalty area. Sudan get the chance to clear, and it's going to make its way through to Ndabele, but over the side it goes that time from Gianluca. Sudan looking to get on with things quickly again, headed forward by them, but it's gone out of play. They really need to get the ball on the deck. The ball down the line just proving rather easy to defend for Morocco at the moment. And it looks as if Sudan are wanting to make a substitution. That's early days, just approaching half-time. As I say, half-hour mark just around the corner. And it looks as if it might be actually an injury. So Pacific, Eduardo coming on, Alex Musa coming off. So Eduardo on, Musa off. And I can only assume the way Alex Musa is holding his neck, the Sorrento player has just got a blow, or he's maybe just pinched something in his neck. So they're just going to have to reshape a little bit. Given away again, and Bowersax, that's again a very good ball, this time picking out Benabid. Good skills from him, shoots long range, just over the crossbar. Oh, that was a really good effort from Zach Benabid, who is training with the Subiaco first team. Still with the under-18s, but showing that he's really got some talent. Was with the reserves and won the league last year. And that wasn't far away. Nauru's was beaten. It just didn't dip until it had gone over the bar. A push there coming and not paid from Thompson, but again, Bowersax cuts infield. That's a good pass again to Faithurst, having to recover his Hanari Toto. Sudan haven't cleared that. Yazaralu goes back. It's a scuff clearance again. There's trouble here. Did it hit the arm? No. Bowersax. Good recovery, Yazaralu. And Bowersax has won it back. Yazaralu lashing out a little bit, I think, with that left foot, and he needs to watch himself. Easily recognisable with that mullet, certainly. It's quite a worry when you hear that that particular hairstyle is making a comeback. Again, it's a good ball. Faithurst looks up, tried to play the cross. It was blocked really well, though, that time. Still alive inside the penalty area. Eventually, it's cleared. Saria with the first block. Bowersax goes wide to Kapoor. I'm not sure he'll keep that in play. No, he couldn't. So Sudan living dangerously at the back at the moment. They're just not clearing the danger when it's there. And you feel it's just a matter of time before they pay a heavy price. And here come Morocco once more. Just leaving that time behind by Benabid then. Ezeralu goes infield. He's given it away to Hannah. It's just too softly hit. Shot long range, and it's unfortunately for Morocco off target that time from Gianluca. Gets some congratulations though from Zuljevic. So just about 2 or 3 minutes until the half-time break. Can one of these teams break the deadlock? As mentioned, it will, if it's like this at the end of full time, we go straight into a penalty shootout. Neither team have been involved in one as yet in this tournament. Again, it's not a great pass that time. Coming from Wilson Cody, and possession given away. And there's a clear tug on the shirt by Hewings, and referee right on top of it. Nothing subtle about that one. Barasax looks to get on with play quickly. Good little drop of the shoulder by Benabid. Benabid lays it across the face and go over the crossbar. What a pass, and it was a gilt-edged opportunity for Faithurst, but unfortunately he just got underneath it and lifted it over the crossbar. Morocco so close to opening the scoring. It would have been the ideal time to score just before half-time. And Narou's looking at his defence. Not sure if he said anything there. Short pass, and not a fan of this rule, to be honest. The short pass inside the penalty area. Having been a goalkeeper, I think you just want to get it away from there. Strong running again from Naeem Murad, and Murad getting the free kick. So now Sudan may well get the chance to have the last attack of the first half. Can they get the opening goal? Hit long. Good header, top of the penalty area. Played back in by Toto. But it's going to run through to Assumption, the goalkeeper. Assumption goes to the boot, and it's long against the wind. That's a monstrous kick. Potts comes across, stolen away brilliantly by Hannah, but Potts will recover. Potts keeping the ball, plays it into Hannah, and a goal kick has been given, and the referee checks his watch again. Don't be surprised if he blows for half-time as the ball is in the air, if it goes in the air, that is. Narouz does play it in the air. Referee puts his whistle in the mouth, and while the ball's in neutral territory, blows for half-time. Well, it's been an interesting first half. Neither team dominated, probably Morocco edging it, but only one shot apiece, and both times easily saved by the goalkeepers. So we head into half-time in the final of the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup Junior Competition. It is Sudan 0, Morocco 0.
Which loan one language kajwit kaya police call togoban elo ku kwat call togoban in a leng kia war kuyen elon one bi nang kajwaj tanin kuyen ele bi nang kajwit kache ko je ke kwan akunum dun yi na which loan one language kajwaj marot akunum police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
which loan one language kajwit kay police call to goben elo ku kwat call to goben in a leng ki war ku yen elon one bi nang kajwa tanin ku yen ele bi nang kajwit ke che ko je ke kwan akunum dun yi na which loan one language kajwa marot akunum police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
Welcome back to Olympic Reserve, the home ground of Olympic Kingsway, as the Moroccan players make their way out for the second half of this Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup final in the junior division. It is 0-0 at half-time, and to be fair, it was a first half that was scrappy. Morocco having plenty of chances down the right-hand side, but just failing to get the cross in and beat the first defender. And they're just going to have to deliver better passes into the penalty area if they're going to snatch this game, or we've seen it so many times. It's just going to take one opportunity from the opposition and they could steal it. Sudan, well, you just feel they've got to play a little bit more football rather than going route one. It's not really paid dividends for them. There's been some good defensive play at the back coming from Joe Thompson, and also at the back for Morocco. They've been fairly solid, and there's not been too many opportunities to get through on goal. Well, the officials making their way out now. And it looks like there's a change. James Ross is on for Morocco. Try and work out who he's replaced in time. Referee just checking the goalkeepers are ready, and then his officials, and the second half can get underway. There goes the whistle as Morocco get this second half underway. Can they find the opening goal? Early touch for Ross, short pass to Zuljevic. His pass though just running away from Lachlan Hanna. Hanna applying pressure as it goes back to Nuroz. Nuroz staying very calm under pressure, and again pressure being applied, but good defensive work in the end, and Sudan clearing the danger. Again, we've got a number 14 at the back for Morocco, and that is Brock Bindle, who hit that one long. Good run now coming, but it's gone all the way through to Assumption. Just holding up in the wind there. It was a good idea for Ndebele to go on the attack. Just watching that one in around the back of the defence came Hanna. Hanna now looking to get the better if he can of Wilson Cody. Cody holding his line. Hanna trying to get along the line. Cody scuffs his clearance. It's not the best, and Faithurst gets the return pass and tries a shot, but it skews off the outside of the boot, and will go out for a throw-in down by the corner flag on the left-hand side as Sudan defend their goal. I just feel that the wind has picked up a fair bit today, and that is going to play a bit of a part in this game. You can see the corner flags are really fluttering quite strongly now. It was a fairly light breeze when this game got underway. So once again, we're grateful to our sponsors. The WA Police Force is recruiting now and looking for people with different backgrounds and cultures to reflect our local West Australian community. If you want a job with more than the average job, visit letsjoinforces.wa.gov.au, and they'd really love some of the African community to get involved with the police and make a difference in the community. Throw an infield to Ross. Ross, though, manhandled, but manages to keep possession. That was Yaranyabuka, who has come on for Sudan in the second half. So free kick again. And the scrappy first half seems to be continuing at the opening stanza of this second. Clip to the back post. Nuruz claims it well and bowls the ball out. Kapoor coming across. It's toe poked further forward. Nice little turn coming from Murad. Murad trying to keep possession, but in the end, Bindle taking it away from him. That was a good touch in the end from Cody that just stopped the pass going through to Hanna. Trying to turn now, getting away from Kapoor. Good strong running from Ndebele. And coming back again, good defensive work being done by Zuljevic. letting this one run all the way back. Is Trey Potts, goes back to his keeper, Nuruz. Sudan now try and switch play to the left-hand side, given away. Bowersax read that brilliantly. Into the penalty area he goes, shoots, drills it along the ground, and Nuruz, though, gets down and gathers at the second attempt. Certainly there's a little bit more urgency about the way Sudan are getting the ball out of defence and looking to attack. Faithurst dispossessed momentarily, stumbles. Sudan should have got that. It's going to fall for Ross. Ross unleashes a shot, takes a deflection. Cody misses it, and it's going to be a corner. Wilson Cody will be a little bit disappointed that he missed that one. So the first corner of the second half goes the way of Morocco. Reece Kapoor will swing it in again with his left foot. In fact, sorry, it's his right foot. Nuruz grabbed that. He almost overshot it. Did very well to get it under control. Murad leaves it behind but recovers. Strong challenge coming in again from Zuljevic. That's a good ball forward, but Assumption's out of his area, will let the ball run back in. And it was, again, strong running coming from Pacifique Eduardo. Thompson is back to Bindle. Played wide, and that's a very poor touch, I have to say, from Jonah Froman. Trying to trap it with the outside of his foot. Never got it under control and never looked to get it under control. Strong from Ross, but equally strong and good running in the end, carrying that forward by Toto. Just needs one player to take control of this game, you feel, just to bring the ball down on the deck. Eduardo, and it's going to be Morocco ball from the side now. That was well read and cut out by Tahir Surya. Ross goes back to the thrower, goes infield again, cut out though that time by Yazarlu. Bindle tries the short pass down the narrow side, but a good first time ball sees it go to Hannah. Trey Potts bangs it upfield, trying to bring it under control, but then just leaving it for his captain when he probably should have kept going was Ndebele. Neither team at the moment able to keep the ball for too long. Bowersax being chased and almost manhandled again by Iran Yabilka. Yazarlu, and his pass is misdirected, and over the side it will go once more. Almost, well, in fact we have had 6 minutes gone, and it has been just, again, neither team able to keep possession at the moment. And you just wonder who is going to really take control of this game, because neither team is at the moment. Comes infield now for Morocco. Looking to play it wide for Kapoor. Defender committed. Has to come back now to Joe Thompson. Thompson in turn goes back to Bindle. Two players closing him down. Looks as if it's stolen. It is stolen. That's great now. There's a chance for Murad going through, the keeper to beat. Brilliant save, Assumption off his line. And you just wonder whether Murad should have just slipped the ball there to his right-hand side to Pacifique Eduardo, who was free. And he looks to the skies, the captain. Plays for Olympic Kingsway under 18, so he knows this pitch. And no doubt he felt as captain he should take the responsibility, but he may well have squandered the opportunity that could have won them the game. In a game as tight as this, those opportunities have to be taken. But that's taking something away from Sam Assumption, former Christchurch Grammar schoolboy. He was in their first 11, 2019 and 2020. So nodded on. Murad is going to get that. It's a good little touch, actually. And he's still got the ball, looks to lay it across corner. Well, it's a good touch from Jonah Froman. It just held up. And in fact, a goal kick's been given. Well, I thought that had ricocheted off the defender. So Naeem Murad, you can see he's got to get that out of his mind and just get on with the game now. It's a long kick and it's a good one. Hannah bursting forward, going towards goal, and Nuras, well, he didn't get his body behind that, and you just felt if it had kicked off the turf awkwardly, that was going to be a goal for Morocco. And you can just see the ball now swirling as it goes up in the air, as the wind picks up. Morocco now, there is a little bit of urgency about them. Clearly that opportunity has made them realise they've got to get on. Benabid. It's another corner won by Morocco. So almost 10 minutes gone in the second half. Best opportunity of the game falling to the captain of Sudan. So the corner will be swung in from the right-hand side. The wind blowing on a slight angle across the pitch will drag it towards the goal. Nuruz has Hannah in front of him. Coming in for the short corner was Zuljevic, but not an option that Morocco wanted. And this Sudan player just been sent to the side for something. Shin pads, I think. Nuruz grabs it. That was indeed. So Eduardo clearly forgetting to put his shin pads back in at half time. And allowed back on the pitch. Or maybe I should say shin pad, because it looked as if he only put one in. Morocco again on the attack. Look to let, hits the post. It's going to come back to Faithurst. It's cleared in the end by Trey Potts. Hannah it was who burst through and hit the post. Nuraz beaten. So chances are beginning to arise. Good skills. Off the post this end as well. Ndebele, he weaved one way, then the other. Right foot shot, rifled into the post. Well, post at both ends within a minute. The game is certainly coming to life. How we wish one of those would just sneak inside the post. As we're about to see, I think, another substitution for Sudan. Emmanuel Wani, the player coming on, 17-year-old, and he's going to be replacing Aryan Yazaralou, who I thought has been pretty busy out there. A few challenges that maybe could have got him in trouble. He's a former Bayswater under-15s. Faithurst stopped in his tracks. Sudan looking to mount another attack. Good work in the midfield being done that time by Iran Yabuka. Played forward, it should be easily a Morocco ball. But again, it should have been brought down by Joe Thompson. He let the ball stay in the air and Sudan gained possession. And it's good covering defence in the end by Bindle. So it'll be a throw on the far side now. to Sudan. And it just looks as if Morocco's defence just getting a little bit stretched now. Good turn again from Iranyebuka. Good steal again coming back, but put his team a little bit under pressure. Hannah trying to turn now and get away from Hinari Tutu. Free kick taken short. Hannah going infield and backwards, and Bindle plays it first time forwards. Cushioned header, rather ambitious back heel which didn't come off, and that was audacious try from Zach Benabid to just lift it over the defender and then run around him. Didn't quite come off. But always good to see players trying stuff like that. And the free hit kick going away against Jonah Froman, and a little bit of afters as well. That was Trey Potts just giving a bit of a shove. Again, it seems to me that there's just no communication. Morocco players getting in each other's way a little bit in the midfield. And that was just coming through the back in a clear free kick. And the referee coming forward. Can be no arguments really there. Iranyebuka came through the back and a card has been issued. And I'm not quite sure what Hanani Ndebele is arguing about. Not sure who got the card. I would think it would be number 5, Belte Iranyebuka. But second card of the game. And Sudan need to get back the required distance, or the referee is again. And it's good to see the captain coming back and making sure they do. Naeem Murad just pushing his players away from the referee. And that is good captaincy. Don't think there was any doubt about the free kick, to be honest. It was a player just came through the back of the Moroccan player and dragged him down. So it's played wide now. Needs a good ball in. Froman. That is a very good ball, and it's a good palm away from his goal by Nuruz. Murad looks to nod the ball back. He should collect the ball for his teammates, and that is an absolute cracker of a ball, but good defensive play in the end by Bindle. Goes back to Assumption, hits it long. Potts brings it down on his chest. Has to go back to his keeper, Nuruz. Nuruz gets plenty behind that, lifts it up to just short of halfway, and it's gone out of play. So 20 minutes remaining. Are we going to see anybody break the deadlock? That's a great ball forward. Nuruz comes out again. Good goalkeeping by him. Sudan again looking for the killer ball. Bindle watches it all the way onto his head, but it's collected well by Eduardo. Eduardo across the face of goal, and it was just too far ahead of his captain, Murad. Well, Eduardo, was he crossing, was he shooting? I'll let you decide. He scuffed it across the face of goal. Was he aiming for that bottom corner? Sudan, though, beginning to create a few more opportunities. In the real Cup of African Nations, Sudan have played in 9 tournaments. They won once in 1970. Oh, and clumsy challenge. And if we look at Morocco, well, they've been to 18 Cup of African Nations and they won in 76. And in international meetings, these two have played 7. Been 3 wins for Morocco and 4 losses. Sorry, the other way around. 3 losses for Sudan and 4 wins. Kapoor drives that one forward. Trey Potts brings it down on his chest. He wanted to actually clear that, and teammate got in the way. Now it comes wide to Faithurst. Faithurst tries a little bit of trickery. Should be cleared, but good work by Trey Potts, and Naurouz can clear that himself. Goes up the centre of the park. Doing well to nod that forward with Zuljevic. It's going to break wide now, and a chance to come forward for Iranyabuka. Dispossessed. Good tackle coming in from Bowersax. Stolen again, top of the penalty area. Faithurst, bit of space, beats one, and tipped over the crossbar by Naurouz. Naurouz had that covered. It may have brought the oohs and the ahs, but he was perfectly placed, watched it all the way. If it had been either side of him, you feel it would have been a goal because it was dipping viciously. The corner is deep again, headed away by Sudan. Comes back to Bowersax, plays it to the top of the penalty area. Kapoor tries a left foot shot. Bowersax, good defensive play this time coming forward for Sudan. Saria, there's players coming forward now, needs the pass to be good. He just delayed it too long. Ndebele, he's getting death stares from his teammates, but the ball just got stuck under his feet as he was looking to pass. And then when he tried to release the pass, his teammate had just run too far ahead of him. Good defense again, coming back. Sudan have created a couple of opportunities. Morocco have too, but once again, neither able to make them count. James Ross now with the throw. Down the line he goes. Infield, Bowersax. Good work again from Zuljevic. Zuljevic will try and win that back, but he's going to lose out. A good strong run coming through from Yosif Toto. Toto, though, may lose out to Bindle. Toto's got round him. Bindle. Toto's still trying to go. There's Moroccan players hitting the turf, and eventually they come out with the ball. You just wonder if Yosif Toto had gone down. You don't encourage players to dive, but had he done so, would he have got a penalty? Ball comes wide now. Emmanuel Wani lets Ross collect it. Comes back again to Thompson. Thompson put under pressure. Turns away, though, from Murad. Now has a bit of space. Short pass. Bowersax. Good pass by him. Finds Kapoor. Short pass infield. Back to Faithurst. Faithurst tries the shot. Drills it straight into the buttocks of Potts. Ndebele. Oh, a lovely dummy. He sold Ross down the line there. He's running into the penalty area. Ball just stuck his heel, and he's tripped there, and it'll be a free kick. Wanting to take it quickly. Referee lets them take it, and that's a... Oh, well, no, the referee's going to call them back, and I think Eduardo thought he was going to get a penalty for that. And again, good captaincy. Naeem Murad coming in. It's clear that Hanani Ndebele has been watching a lot of top flight football, because all the mannerisms are the sort you would see in Serie A or even the English Premier League. Ndebele, who won the Under-18s Cup for ECU when they beat Subiaco 1-0, so he'll be very familiar with a lot of these his opposition, and that's no doubt why he's fired up and wants to get a victory today again. Over the ball is Ndebele. Ndebele leaves it and moves towards the penalty spot. Clipped into it towards the goalkeeper. Good punch from Assumption. Good work again, collected and carried forward by Hanari Tutu, but coming across and good defensive play from Froman. And now Morocco get the chance to turn defence into attack, but good work by Sudan. And was that a foul? Not according to the referee, as Yosif Toto dramatically hit the turf. Trey Potts. Headed forward by Kapoor. Ross doesn't bring it under control, lets the ball just run, then gets it. He's got the return pass, though, from Faithurst. Both players take a tumble. Faithurst collects the ball thwarted by Cody again, who won't let him get into the penalty area. Lovely turn though. Faithurst lays it back. Potts again intercepts. Good block by him. And Faithurst, well, how many times have we seen him get past the defender but not get the cross into the penalty area? And that looked as if it went, well, no, it's deemed to have gone off Murad. And no complaints from him, although I think he's complaining about certainly something that went on between him and the defender. Brock Bindle. So Kapoor, down the line he goes. Faithurst again. Cody, what a battle that's proving to be. Cut infield by Ndebele. Lets it run a long way from Hanari Tutu. And it's going to run all the way through and out of play. No! Well, so close to being kept in play by Naeem Murad. 11 minutes left of normal time, and then we're going into a penalty shootout. Neither of these teams held scoreless throughout the competition. Both of them coming into this game in good form. Clipped across the penalty area. Cody's there. Faithurst too. Cody gets there. Good clearance. Has to concede the corner. Gets a pat on the back from Nowrouz. Now Wilson Cody has been really good this second half, having been charged with closing down Louis Faithurst. Lachlan Hanna comes across now, the captain of Morocco, to try and curl this one in. Not too many players forward for Morocco. It goes deep. Headed away from goal, it looked, by Kapoor. Ross trying to shield the ball. Plays it wide, but Ndebele, and well, that was a clear shove. Play on is the call. Nice turn in the end coming from Benabid. Cross goes in. Nowrouz gets there. And Nowrouz not too happy with the late attention. Goalkeepers never like being hit late by a forward. And again, this time it was Faithurst just blocking the run forward that was coming from Wani. That should be easily collected and played back to the keeper. Assumption stays calm, finds Ross. Ross just plays it, cushions it back rather. And, well, referee saying that was shoulder then arm. He was in a good position. Sudan feeling it was all shoulder, as you'd expect them to feel. So can either team find a winner? Trey Potts, rock solid again at the back for Sudan. Will get the pass. Looks to switch the play. There's a good run coming down the right-hand side from Wani. Emmanuel Wani looking to take on Kapoor. He's got the pace to beat him. Cuts infield. Wani beats two. Goes back to his captain. Hit the backside. And it's gone out for a goal kick. So Murad trying the shot, and he drilled it into, I think it was the backside of Reece Kapoor. So at the moment, using anything they possibly can to stop the shots getting towards goal. 8 minutes remaining. As we see, another substitution, this time from Morocco. And Joel Garces coming on. Good work again in the midfield from Zuljevic, but he's lost it. There's a chance to go forward. Murad feeding it wide. Good defensive play, and it'll go out over the side. Corner. Right down by the corner flag. It'll be a throw in to Sudan. Emmanuel Wani looking a little bit dangerous of late. Comes to him again. He's got the trickery to beat the defender. Wani goes back. Nice turn. Iranyabuka gets another throw for Sudan. Taking responsibility, Naeem Murad throws it in. There's no players anywhere in that vicinity for Sudan. There are here though. Driving towards the circle was Eduardo. Held back, and now it's 2-on-3 for Morocco, but numbers pouring forward for them. Laid forward, and that's a great ball out wide. Benavides made a good run into the middle. Faithurst to Ross. Ross lining it up, pushes it wide again. And the free kick conceded. That was unnecessary from Sudan, and it might be a costly one, because Morocco may well be able to curl one in from here. Just needs, it's a perfect position for a free kick. Just wonder whether Morocco have got the players to just get it up and over the wall and also down. The referee just moving the Sudan wall back the required 10 metres. They're only about 7 at the moment. Nahru's lining up his wall. And over the ball is Gasper Zuljevic and also James Ross. And it looks to me, the way Ross paced that out, he's the man who's going to try and get it in. Tries the shot, the wall's done its job. Flick back on, and now Sudan trying to break out of defence. Great acceleration being shown by Hanari Tutu. Would have to say I thought he was obstructed there, but not blown. And now the ball played square. Garcés cut out easily. Garcés having to get back. He's going to have help, and he goes back to the goalkeeper. There's only Murad forward though for Sudan. Assumption takes a couple of touches, clips it forward. Good header from Zuljevic. And it's hit long to the back post. Faithurst is there. Cody comes, gives him a bit of a bump in the back, and out it goes for a goal kick. Into the final 5 minutes of normal time. Can either side find a winner? Or are we going to see the second final in the Make Smoking history Perth African Nations Cup 2021 go to a penalty shootout? The Masters went that way, and it looks at the moment as if the juniors may well too. So again, we say Gasper Zuljevic over the ball. Sudan taking their time. Time, though, is crucial at the moment. Nahru's in no hurry to take this goal kick. Takes it short. Played long. Eduardo won't keep that in play. So a throw in now to Morocco. Have they got the energy for one last attack? Froman, down the line he goes. This time it's gone out again, and this time it will be a Sudan throw. One last roll of the dice maybe for them. Not sure there's going to be too much time added on at the end of this match. An important header maybe, but it's still with Sudan given away. Zuljevic goes back to Bindle. Bindle was a little bit surprised, took it first time. It's given possession back to Sudan. Got 3 players forward if they can make the runs, but just played forward, headed over the side this time by Froman. Sudan have made about 20 metres. They need to get the ball into the penalty area. By our clock, time is up, so we're in time added on. Sudan have the chance for one last attack. Emmanuel Wani looking to get past the defender, held up, plays the ball back now. Clipped to the back post, good header in the end by Froman. It was a telling little clip by Iranyabuka. So still time for one last attack from Sudan, or we are headed for a penalty shootout. Froman heads it clear, just shielding the eyes from the sun. Driving forward now is Hanari Tutu. Into the penalty area it goes and cleared out for a corner. Well, Gaspar Zuljevic had really nowhere else he could go. He had to clear the danger. And if I were Sudan, I'd be throwing everybody forward. Goalkeeper's out of his area. And I think Sudan are wanting to make a substitution right at this point. Hewings, who started the game looking to come back on. And the ball now played in, and it's deep towards the penalty spot. Massive players, shot drilled. Great block in the end by Zulkovic. And he's gone to ground. There's appeals for a penalty. Referee not interested. Blows his whistle, and it will be a penalty shootout. Well, we'll let you review that one again. Iranyabuka hitting the turf inside the penalty area. I have to say, I didn't think it was a penalty. I think the referee got it right. But really, a really good opportunity for Sudan to win that right at the death. But unfortunately, they couldn't get the ball close enough to goal to catch the goalkeeper Assumption off his line. And so we are headed for a penalty shootout. We'll take a short break, get some more messages from our sponsors, and then we'll be back with all the action.
Which loan one language kajwit kaya police call togoban elo kukwat call togoban in a leng kia war kuyen elon one be nang kajwaj tanin kuyen ele be nang kajwit kache ko je ke kwany akudnum dun yi na which loan one language kajwaj marot akudnum police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth.
Welcome to Geodrill, the hallmark of safety first and eco-friendly drilling in West, East and Southern Africa. Established in 1998, the company operates in Ghana, Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire and Mali in West Africa. With state-of-the-art equipment, training and cutting-edge technology, Geodrill has become the vanguard of drilling on the African continent. With a track record of 2 decades of professionalism, dedication and commitment, Geodrill continues to lead the drilling industry, meeting the highest industry safety standards with an environmentally friendly drilling philosophy. Geodrill, your preferred drilling partner in Africa.
Welcome back to Kingsway Reserve, home of Olympic Kingsway, and we're headed for the dreaded penalty shootout as the make smoking history. Perth African Nations Cup junior final finishing 0-0 between Sudan and Morocco. And so now we will have the game decided in a penalty shootout. Who will come out on top? Sudan still talking to their coaches on the side. Their goalkeeper already taking his place inside the goal. Morocco inside the centre circle. They're ready to get on with things. Maybe, just maybe, that's the sign of a team that is going to claim victory. Probably the best chance of the game falling to Naeem Murad, the captain of Sudan. And he was clean through. He had the opportunity to slip the pass to his teammate Eduardo. Decided to go alone, and it was a brilliant save, let's be fair, by Sam Assumption coming off his line. But that may well have been the point where Sudan could have snatched this match. Now they face a penalty shootout. Oh, we're just waiting now for the officials to take up their positions. And it will be Morocco to take the first penalty. It's been taken from a different end this time. The Masters, it was at the other end of the pitch. And I'm trying to see the number of the player taking this. I think it's Lachlan Hanna, number 11, I think. But hard to tell from this angle. Nahru's on his line. The whistle goes. Taken, and it is in fact Hanna who scores for Morocco. So 1-0 to Morocco, best of 5. And of course, if they're still level, it goes to sudden death. The captain, Naeem Murad, now jogging forward, wanting to lead from the front. Needs to beat the tall figure of Sam Assumption to keep things level. The referee just moving the ball back onto the spot, which looks as if it's pretty worn at the moment. Assumption making himself big, flicking his legs wide. Now he comes back into a traditional position and he saves! Well, that is a brilliant save by the tall keeper, low to his right-hand side. Not only did he go the right way, it was a brilliant save, one-handed. Some would say it was a good height. It wasn't quite low enough to be in the bottom corner, but still there was a lot to do by the goalkeeper. And again, hard to see the numbers coming forward for Morocco. Looks like number 8 this time. That is Mark Bowersax. And the ball has just blown off the spot. So Bowersax has the tension of having to re-spot the ball. And he puts it in the top left-hand corner as Nouras drives to his right. And that is Morocco 2, Sudan 0 at the moment. Trey Potts, who in my opinion had a very solid game at the back for Sudan, he now strolls forward. Needs to score to, you feel, keep Sudan in this shootout. He misses, the shoulders will slump. Potts, who was part of the senior team when they won the Perth African Nations Cup. Calm as you like, drills it through the middle. And that is good from Potts. So it is now Sudan 1, Morocco 2. As Ross steps forward this time. Now this to keep the goal advantage if they can. And good to see the referee getting the ball for the players, just to speed things up a little bit. So James Ross against Nahru's. One step and he sent Nahru's the wrong way. So Morocco 3, Sudan 1. Hewings making his way forward now. Luke Hewings, who played for Balcatta under 16s in 2020. Also a a futsal player with South Perth. Hewings places the ball, the referee just checking it. I just wonder if that threw Hewings, because he just started to pace his mark back. And it's gone in. Well, Assumption got down, but he couldn't keep it out. So it is now Sudan 2, Morocco 3. Well, that was actually not a bad penalty, because Assumption is a tall man and he put it very close to his feet, so he had to drop quickly, whereas wider is much easier for him to dive down than that sharp drop down. So smart placement by Hewings. So now coming forward for Morocco. I think it's Zach Benabid. Oh, it's a good finish. It was indeed Benabid. So Morocco 4, Sudan 2. Sudan need to score this to stay in this penalty shootout, because if Morocco convert the next one, they will be the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations champions at junior level in 2021. Yusuf Toto needs to score this. If he misses or Assumption saves, the title will go to Morocco. The whistle goes, Toto moves to the left, little shimmy, plays it low, and he finishes it well. Sudan are still alive. They now need Nuruz to make the save on this one, because if this goes in, Morocco will be the winners. And the man stepping forward is Louis Faithurst. Faithurst, who got past the first defender many times in the match, but just couldn't deliver the telling cross. The whistle goes, Faithurst drills it, sends the keeper the wrong way, and Morocco are the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup winners at the junior level in 2021. Well, Sudan, you'd have to say they had their opportunities, they didn't take them, and they've paid a heavy price. And their captain, sitting on the halfway line, will no doubt be reflecting on that one-on-one opportunity that he had, and he'll be blaming himself, but it's not his fault. The team just did not create enough opportunities, and Morocco have won it in the cruelest way possible, or some would say the coolest way possible, because one has to stay calm in a penalty shootout. But the score at the end of full time was 0-0, and the score at the end of the penalty shootout is Morocco 5, Sudan 3. Morocco are the Make Smoking History Perth African Nations Cup winners at the junior level for 2021.
Which loan one language kajwit kaya police call togoban elo ku kwat call togoban in a lang kia war kuyen elon one be nang kajwaj tanin kuyen ele be nang kajwit kache ko je ke kwan akudnum dun yi na which loan one language kajwaj marot akudnum police Western Australia yi chipol akuma gen WA Perth